Living the African dream doesn't necessarily mean everyone must relocate tomorrow, okay? But it does mean something deeper. It means being intentional about reconnecting with heritage, intentional about building economic relationships across the diaspora, intentional about learning the truth about the continent.
Pan African lifestyle.
We post content regularly and invite you to subscribe and share if you're a pal. That's a Pan African lifestyler.
Hello, family. My name is Darrin L. Harris, Chief Creative Officer here at Pan African Lifestyle. Many of you may be asking, what does it mean to live the African dream? Pause and think about that for a moment. For many people, when they hear the phrase the African dream, they immediately think about geography, a place on the map, a country, a continent. But the African dream isn't just about where you live. It's about how you live. It's about how you connect to. It's about what kind of future you're building. You see, Pan African lifestyle, the movement, teaches us something powerful. The African dream is about reconnection, prosperity, and empowerment for people of African descent across the world. Now, pause and really sit with that. Because for many of us in the diaspora, we grew up learning a version of Africa that was incomplete. Sometimes Africa was presented to us through the lens of struggle, sometimes through stereotypes, and sometimes through silence. But the truth is, Africa is not just a place of history, it is a place of possibility. Living the African dream means rediscovering that possibility. It means reconnecting with culture, building community, and creating prosperity together. Because when you think about it, for centuries, people of African descent have contributed to talent, innovation, creativity, and capital to the entire world. Now imagine what could happen if that same energy was intentionally invested back into our own global community. Now that's the African dream. Pause and reflect on that. Let me make it personal. Imagine waking up every day knowing that your work, your investments, your creativity are helping build something bigger than yourself. Imagine being connected to a global network of people across the diaspora who are working together to build wealth, culture, and opportunity. That's what the Pan African lifestyle vision is all about. It's about community, it's about connection, it's about collective capital, and it's about culture. Those four pillars remind us that success is not just individual, it can also be collective. Now, here's where critical thinking comes in, because living the African dream also requires you to ask deeper questions. Questions like, who told me what Africa is supposed to be? Who benefits if I never reconnect? And what opportunities might I be missing if I never look beyond the narrative I was given? You know, the big lie. Pause. Think about that. Living the African dream doesn't necessarily mean everyone must relocate tomorrow, okay? But it does mean something deeper. It means being intentional about reconnecting with heritage, intentional about building economic relationships across the diaspora, intentional about learning the truth about the continent, not just the headlines. Because when people reconnect with culture, community, and opportunity, something powerful begins to happen. Identity becomes stronger, possibility becomes clearer, and the future becomes bigger. Now, let me leave you with 3 things you can do if you want to start moving toward the African dream. First, learn. Start studying the countries, cultures, and economic opportunities across Africa, not through stereotypes, but through real voices, real stories, and real experiences. Secondly, connect. Build relationships with people across the diaspora and on the continent. Community is the foundation of progress. The third thing is to invest. Invest your time, your knowledge, and when possible, your capital into incentives that uplift the global Black community. Because the African dream is not just about dreaming, it's about participating. Pause. Reflect on that. So the next time you hear the phrase, live the African dream, don't just think about destination. Think about a mindset. Think about a movement. Think about a future where people of African descent reconnect, collaborate, and prosper together. And the real question becomes, are you ready to start living the African dream? For more information on how you can live the African dream, please visit panafricanlifestyle.com. And don't forget to check out our story, our services, and we have some cool apparel as well. Check us out at panafricanlifestyle.com.
Thanks for tuning in to Pan African Lifestyle. Share your thoughts in the comments section and follow us on TikTok and Instagram at Pan African Lifestyle to be inspired.
Start your travel, relocation, or investment journey in Africa today. Contact us at info@panafricanlifestyle.com or visit panafricanlifestyle.com.
Living a dream, living the African dream.